Goat Squid on TV. What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? First video of the day. Stomach's a little bothersome today. Just drank some tea, took some Tums. Hopefully I'm not feeling like crap by later on. Tomorrow's my day off, so I want to be nice and healthy for bill paying day. That said, I want to talk about Andrew Wiggins. Now, early in the year, I wasn't too high on Wiggins. Like a lot of people weren't too high on Wiggins. Then I realized I had to switch the expectation I had for Wiggins. I never thought he was a number one option after a couple of years. Mind you, he had 1 year where he averaged he had a couple of years where he averaged 20 points a game, but for some strange reason in this analytical NBA, a lot of people feel points per game is overrated, which is ridiculous. I think you can't be a bust if you average 20 points per game at least twice in your career. So I would never consider Andrew Wiggins a bust. I consider Andrew Wiggins a disappointment because his effort hasn't always been in there until this year. Not a disappointment anymore. So he's averaging 17.9 points a game on 44% shooting from three. He's becoming more of a reliable three-point shooter. He's improved his shot. He's gotten much bigger. But what was the thing that people said out of college outside of his offense that people loved? People loved his defense. Now, so far this whole career until this year, his defense has been disappointing. He hasn't really showed up defensively for when he played in Minnesota. When he went to Golden State, I swear what a year. People sit there and say Steve Kerr is not a great coach. And he inherited Mark Jackson's team. They fail to forget that Mark Jackson's Warriors they were like 5th or 6th the year he got fired in the West. They digressed. And then Steve Kerr came in there and made the decision to put Iguodala on the bench and put Draymond in the lineup, which allowed them to win a title. Go to another finals, win 73 games, even though they lost, win a title again, and then they lost the finals to Toronto despite injuries to Klay Thompson and KD. Now, am I comparing KD and Wiggins? No. But I will say this. The improvement Andrew Wiggins has made defensively is why they're calling him two-way Wiggins. This Andrew Wiggins is going to be a problem, especially when Klay Thompson comes back. So when Klay Thompson comes back, now you're going to have all that shooting between Steph. You're going to have the shooting between Steph and Klay, and you're going to have to deal with Wiggins' defense and his three-point shooting and his scoring. Wiggins might even become more of a lethal scorer when Klay comes back, because now you're going to have to account for Klay's shooting. You're going to have to account for Steph's shooting. Now, a lot of people will compare Wiggins to Harrison Barnes, but Wiggins, to me, as an offensive player, has more upside than Harrison Barnes. I liked Harrison Barnes coming out of Carolina, but he just has not lived up to his potential. Yeah, he won a title with the Warriors, but he's been on a lot of teams now. He's on a team 3 now. And they're looking to trade him probably going into this deadline. I don't think Harrison Barnes is a guy that makes a difference in today's NBA. Andrew Wiggins makes a difference with the right teammates around him. They have a young James Wiseman who's a rookie who's really impressive. Oubre is good, and I think the Warriors should explore keeping him instead of trading him once Klay comes back. Because I think Kelly Oubre off the bench will be lethal for them. And they need to get all the bench. They just need more bench help to me. Their bench is all right. But if they could get some more consistent bench help like they had in their championship years, specifically that 2016 season where they had Barbosa, Livingston, those guys, they're going to be a problem the next few years. The Lakers, let me tell you, so the Lakers are on borrowed time. Everybody likes what they're doing right now. The Clippers, they're on borrowed time. Everybody likes you cannot teach Klay and Steph's shooting. Now, a lot of people are going to sit there and say, well, Klay's not going to be the player he once was. He doesn't have to be. Clay could still average 19, 20 points a game, not be the defender he used to be, and still be the second best player in the team, and allow Wiggins to even be more of a role on offense and still be the defender he is. Steph Curry's going to be Steph Curry. We already know what Steph's about. I don't worry. Draymond's Draymond. We already know what he's going to be about. James Wiseman is going to benefit tremendously once all those guys are back. Now, Clay's not coming back this year as far as I know, but then again, you never know. Clay suffered a horrible injury before the season. He probably not going to be back to September going into the next season. However, I would not rule out any surprising shit happening. He's walking around fine. I'm sure he can't play basketball right now. But he's been rehabbing. You know, he's been doing commentary. Clay been in good spirits. So I like where Golden State's going. As for Wiggins, and this video is really made for Wiggins, two-way Wiggins is a real thing. I really love what I see from Wiggins, and I hope that he continues to improve. And let's see where he's gonna go, man. I would love to see him with that full complement of team around him. Right now, we can't really judge the Warriors this year because the Warriors are just not full strength. They're just not full strength right now. And just remember one thing, man. There are a couple games this year where Wiggins has guarded top players. So, for instance, Kawhi Leonard, he guarded Kawhi Leonard, held him to 2 of 12 shooting, 16.7%, which is 16% basically shooting, and 5 turnovers when guarding Kawhi. That's Kawhi Leonard we're talking about here. Then CJ McCollum, 5 of 13, 38% shooting, 2 for 6 from 3, 33%, 38 and 33% respectively. Those guys aren't slouches, man. Wiggins is really putting in the work. So hopefully we could see something different, man, and we could see the Warriors back in the mix within the next few years. Hopefully their dynasty's not done. Because, like, honestly, as a Celtics fan, I was really hoping that if we would have, we would have been able to get, we were able to get, if we would have kept Kyrie and Kyrie would have just kept his head on, we probably would have challenged that Warriors team. And that would have been an epic finals. In 2019 or 2020 had our whole team would have been right, had Kyrie would have kept his head on his shoulder. Kemba's great. Problem with Kemba is that he's not, right now, Kemba's struggling. Doesn't have a shot right now. His shot's really off. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. I wish he would stop smiling so much and realize he needs to be a leader on this team. Take his shit seriously. That said, I'm not willing to throw him off. I'm not willing to throw him off a cliff yet. Let's see what happens. But yeah, Andrew Wiggins, two-way Wiggins, man. Let's see how this is gonna work. Gold Squad TV. Leave your comments down below. Subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about Wiggins' improvement. Gold Squad TV. Peace.